Om Shanti, and very good morning to all. So today we will continue with yesterday's Murli. The Murli dated 16th February 1988. The title of the Murli was Constantly Maintain Enthusiasm and Celebrate with Festivity. So yesterday we saw that Baba was speaking about Maya, and continuing that further, Baba speaks about how Maya tries to take a chance, how she tries to defeat us. So Baba says you need to observe this as a game and do not indulge yourself into this. So become an observer. So let's read the Murli together. Baba says no one else in the world gets food as pure and that is prepared in as much remembrance as you do. So this bhojan is called the food that removes your sorrow. Bhojan prepared in remembrance removes all your sorrow because by having pure food, both your mind and your body become pure. If impure money comes to you, it makes your happiness disappear and makes you worry. The more impure money you have, for instance, you might receive 1 lakh, but the worry it brings would be multi-million fold. And worry is always said to be like a fire, right? Chinta, Chita Samana. So how can anyone sitting on a fire be happy? Pure food makes your mind pure, and this is why even your wealth is purified. Pure food makes your mind pure, and this is why even your wealth is purified. Importance is given to food prepared in remembrance. This is why Brahma Bhojan is praised. If you don't prepare food and eat it in remembrance, that food would then make your stage fluctuate. So food that is prepared and eaten in remembrance works like medicine and also like a blessing. Food prepared in remembrance can never cause any harm. Therefore, celebrate at every moment, no matter in what form Maya comes. So food prepared in remembrance. Baba gave a lot of importance on the food, right? He also mentioned about the body and also the money. It means this is a complete mixture of tan, man, dhan. The man being the basis, right? If that is stable, if you are in remembrance, and how do we remember Baba? Man buddhi se, we use our mind and the intellect to remember Baba. So if there is remembrance, then automatically food prepared in that remembrance will affect the body. It will keep the body fit. And also pure food, Baba says, makes the mind pure. So it's, again, both are interdependent. So that will eventually make the wealth also purified. But if the mind is pure, you will earn well in that state and in that remembrance. So automatically the money coming home will be purified. So further Baba says, so here, that is what I just wanted to bring into attention, that what is the basis? The mind. और मन का काम क्या है? संकल्प करना. So again, the seed becomes the thought. Like the thought becomes the seed. How am I earning? How am I preparing my food? What is my thought process at that time? Baba says, yeah, therefore celebrate at every moment, no matter in what form of Maya comes. Acha. If she comes in the form of attachment, just think that she has come to show you the games of monkeys. Watch the games as a detached observer. Do not allow yourself to be caught up in Maya's spinning. When you get caught up in the spinning, you get afraid. Nowadays, they make little children perform such entertaining games. They make them climb high up and then make them come down. So this too is entertainment. It's a game. She may come in any form. Just watch the Mickey Mouse games. Anything that comes also goes. Maya comes in any form. 1 minute she comes, and the next minute she goes away. As well as that, do not walk away with your elevated stage. Let Maya come. Why do you go away with her? Um, on an extremely heavy traffic road, if you are standing somewhere in between, where there are vehicles coming from the left, and then there are vehicles moving from the right as well. Now somebody's going, somebody's coming, and somebody's trying to cross the road in between. A lot of things happen when we stand on that path. So we don't try to go stop everybody, uh, interfere in who's going where, who's doing what. Similar must be the case with our thoughts, right? Because Maya initially tries to come in the thoughts, and then it comes out maybe in the Vani, and then it becomes a karma. But initially it's only a thought, right? That is why Baba say some things will come and things will go. Maya will also come and quietly walk away if you do not indulge yourself, if you do not allow her. She will walk away. You don't have to walk away with her, right? Further, Baba says, it is like that in a game. Something will come, something will go, and something will change. If the scenes did not change, you would not like to play. So Maya can also come in any form. Any scene that comes definitely has to change. So let the scenes continue to change, but do not let your elevated stage change. If someone is playing a part in the game, would you also begin to run around with that person? Those who are observers would simply continue to observe, would they not? So even if Maya comes in any form to make you fall, you just watch her game. See how she comes to make you fall. Catch, that means recognize that form of hers, and considering it to be a game, watch that scene as a detached observer. Learn a lesson from that for the future and make your state strong and move forward. And Baba talks about Maya, when Baba talks about these games of Maya. While I was just, reading this and uh, just a few things just came to my mind that inside the soul, probably there are two kinds of I, which Baba talks about. One eye of the body consciousness and the other of the soul consciousness, right? And both these eye, they stand as the seed inside the soul, right? Of course, both of them having their own roots, having their own stem, and having their own tree in itself, right? Because it is now that we souls are aware that what is body consciousness and what is soul consciousness. Um, very subtle, very subtle. And this eye of body consciousness is nothing but it is spread out in the form of calm, crude, lobe, woe, and calm. And every time we provide some sunlight, we provide some water to this body conscious eye, starts to grow. Right? Thoda bhi, a little of that also. मैं, मेरा, मुझे, मुझसे. A little also, if I pamper that tree in me, it starts to grow. हवा हो जाती है ना इनको को, and it starts to flourish. It starts nourishing up. But this is what that we are trying, that we are working on. We don't really have to now uh, give nourishment to the seed of a wrong eye. That means the body consciousness. But it is now that they have to emerge those sanskars and allow the soul conscious seed to nourish inside. Because what we are doing, we are trying to provide nourishment to that. Vaise sanskar, vaise adate, vaise habits, vaise dharana. That has to come into picture, right? But this consciousness, the eye of body consciousness, is so damn subtle that we will not even realize when is it and how is it coming out. Uh, since we have time, I will just share a little short experience. And a few days back, uh, something really happened between, uh, like we were just talking, and the other soul was not really agreeing on the point, and this soul is somebody like बोल सकते हैं कि हमारे हिसाब किताब हमेशा सही रहा. ठीक है, we can consider that to be a relation of that kind कि हाँ जहाँ हिसाब किताब है. Okay, so this was the paper that came to me was not something very new. Okay? But I still know, I still stand firm on this that I know I was right. Okay, 110% right. And this soul, being double the age, double my age in Gyan, and of course double like ये वाली physical age भी. Okay? Both ways, the soul is extremely older than me, quite experienced, very well experienced. Okay, but they did something that was absolutely very, very wrong, very wrong. And of course, that has happened earlier also. So as I mentioned, this was not really something new. But then when I asked the other limit souls that am I right or am I wrong, they just said that 110% you are right. That there's no chance of debate that you are wrong. Okay. So what I did was uh, when I felt bad about that behavior, okay, extremely bad about that behavior, that how many times am I going to tolerate, and how many times is this going to continue? So what I decided in my mind that I am not going to take part in one particular seva, so and so seva, and I'm going to sit back home. I'm not going to go, which was very painful, to say no for seva and to not go, I feel very bad. I feel very sad inside. Okay? Because Seva and Baba, of course, have uh, like much more higher than anybody else for me. But then I sat back home. I said, Baba, I'm not going to go. And then I just told Baba that maybe it's my weakness, Baba, that has caused this. And probably the uh, whatever seva that I have given up is something that is wrong with me. But I just, and I'm not going to go. Okay? But I just, um, like, those thoughts at that time when I sat down with Baba and I observed, I could just get these that, give up this I. I know that you are 110% right, but give up this I at this moment. रुक जाओ, इस मैं को गिरा दो थोड़ी देर. Do not fight with this. Do not sit with this that I'm not going to go. I was hurt. They told me this and they told me that. हमेशा मेरे साथ क्यों XYZ. Give up this one. And this is what you are working on, right? I felt really bad and I said, okay. So while all these thoughts were running inside my mind, Baba, I felt like he's telling me, what are you fighting on and what are you doing? What is really important for you? I said, Seva is important for me. You are important. Again, then why are you bringing this ego in between that I was right? The moment I got those thoughts, I just decided in the mind that I will go. I will not sit back. Okay. I only decided in the mind. सिर्फ संकल्प ही change किया. Okay, Baba, I accept that the consciousness of I, the body consciousness of I, is there in me, and I give up on this. I will go. Okay, but uh, where I have this group with Baba on WhatsApp, I just thought of putting in a message there that let me know, am I really right or wrong? I will go. I will go. I will not give up Seva. I just wish to know this. And trust me, within 15 minutes of putting that message and getting ready for Seva, I got the call from the other person having a discussion about Seva. Not really that I am wrong or who was wrong, not a discussion on that, but a straight discussion on Seva. Of course, a person who's double my age in Gyan and who's double my age normally also, I cannot expect that person to say sorry to me. But this was also something huge because coming from there, it could not have been the soul, but it was Baba trying to convince me that I still know that you are 110% right, but go for Seva. Do not allow this I to obstruct Seva in any form and obstruct your Purusharth in any form. It was only in the mind that I shifted, and within 15 minutes I got a call. I only started weeping. I said, forget about the further discussion, but I know that you are on my side, and this is all that I want. And from that day till today, Baba is putting an effort every day to improve that situation, what went wrong. And I feel so good, so good. It's not that I wanted to show something to somebody. It's not that I want someone to come and say sorry to me. But it was just letting go of this I of body consciousness. So Baba says, why did I share this? Because this can come up anytime and in any form. May it be more, may it be attachment, may it be ego, may it be anger, But the root cause is this I. The further Baba says the festival of Shivratri means the festival that brings enthusiasm, not just for today, but it is a festival for you at all times, and you also have enthusiasm. Also remember this slogan and continue to experience it. The way to do this is in just two things. Constantly watch as a detached observer and constantly remain a companion of the Father. If you constantly remain a companion of the Father, then while watching as a detached observer in the Father's company, you will easily become a conqueror of Maya and a conqueror of the world of many births. So, do you understand what you have to do? The Father Himself is making your children a golden offer of taking you back with Him. Therefore, always stay with Him. Generally, double foreigners prefer to live alone. They don't live together because they don't want to get tied in any bondage. They want to be independent. However, in this company, while being with Him, you are still independent. You won't experience any bondage. See, Baba expresses so much of love. Peace may be of independent. You will not experience any kind of bondage once you have the company of the Father. Further, so today is a day of double festivity. In fact, this life of each of you is a festival, and the memorial is also a festival. Bhagdada always remembers all the children from abroad, and today too. He is giving remembrance on this special day because wherever each one of you has come from, you would also have brought letters of remembrance from everyone back home. You would have brought cards, letters, and tolis. So, to all the children who have sent love and remembrance with enthusiasm from their hearts, or have sent a symbol of their remembrance in any form, in return for their special remembrance, Bhagdada is giving a return of multi-millions. Bhagdada is aware that every child has very good zeal and enthusiasm for doing service and for becoming a conqueror of Maya. Each child is moving forward in service beyond his capacity and will continue to move forward. Those with honest hearts give the news of their hearts to the Father, and the Father is always pleased with an honest heart. See, something that I was just sharing, right? That I just shared. I'll read this again. Those with honest hearts give the news of their hearts to the Father, and the Father is always pleased with an honest heart. So, when you give the news of the heart, whatever little or big matters of the heart come up, they finish with the special blessing of the Father's remembrance. If the Father is pleased, then with the Father's help, you easily become a conqueror of Maya. What else do we need this after this? No? Once you have Baba on your side, once you know that He's there for you, and you have an honest heart, I don't think Maya can take a chance further and drag you away. Really, really, this happens. This happens. If we give it to Him with an honest heart, if we are honest to Him, that I do not wish to obstruct anybody and I do not wish to defame, I do not wish to give hurt to anybody, my intentions are not bad, Baba will definitely come up and will fight for you. He will make an effort to prove you right. It's just that we only have to wait for the right time, right? And do not allow Maya at that time to defeat you. Right? So further, Rama says, therefore, whatever you have given to the Father, whether in the form of news, a letter, or a heart-to-heart conversation, when you placed it in front of the Father, then because you have given it to Him, it is no longer yours. It then belongs to Him. If you place even a thought of weakness, see, if you place even a thought of weakness, even if we are not writing it down, even if we are not giving it to Him, only a thought in front of the Father, then that weakness is no longer yours. Bhagavan Uvacha. And this is a practical experience. Honestly, this happens. Right? So you have given it away, and so you have become free from that. Therefore, always remember that you have placed it in front of the Father. That is, you have given it away. Abroad, the waves of zeal and enthusiasm are very good. Baptada is pleased to see the children's enthusiasm to become free from obstacles and to reveal the Father by doing service. Acha. To those who remain constantly in the spiritual intoxication of being the eternal and the first creation, to those who constantly celebrate every moment as a festival, to those who constantly maintain enthusiasm for remembrance and service, to those who always consider every situation of Maya to be a game and watch it as detached observers, to those who take every step with the Father as his companion, to such most elevated Brahmin souls, congratulations for your alaukic birthday as well as love, remembrance, and wisdom. From us children, okay, I'll read the other one also. To all the deeply loving children seated on the heart throne, multi-million fold love, remembrance, and congratulations for the pure 52nd Shiv Jayanti. From us children to our beloved Bhagavad, love-filled remembrance and namaste. We will just spend a minute in silence, reflect on how is Maya coming to me, each one of us, and how am I supposed to handle it, hand it over to God. Om Shanti. You can unmute and share points from the Murli.
Om Shanti, Deepika Ben.
Om
Can you
Shanti.
hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, really, when you shared your experience, I also had just a few days back in Madhuban when have come here for a very special purpose to get some new determination for Shivratri. Similar. The only difference is the person was almost my age. And just like me, I don't want to go into the details, but I was caught unaware. And when this happened, I didn't even realize it had happened. I remember. And but I saw the animosity, or I shouldn't say the antagonistic attitude of the soul. Like when I even said Om Shanti, a kind of whiff and baff. I didn't know what it was. I The next morning, even when I got up, I said Om Shanti, a very strange kind of sentence. Who are you? I don't think I know you. And she was parts almost trying to shift with me. I just left it like that because it drained me of my emotions. I came here for a purpose. Is this a test, a spin of Maya making me test? That time, these two eyes which you are telling, because even I have a battle of these eyes. I call it capital I and small I. I found this small eye, a little sleeping down. So I didn't like that picture. So I asked Baba, I'm not saying I'm 100% right. Yes, I may be 10% wrong, but that doesn't need such kind of behavior for me. But no answer. I remember in that lift, they have Brahma Baba's photo. I spoke even there, nothing. It was there throughout the day. I lost almost, I think, half the day. Then later, Baba just told me, can't you see your eye? It's a little careless. So you were not alert. You did certain things, your carelessness has affected the other person. You said sorry, yeah, but because your heart is honest, but it has not cleared that person of whatever she had to face. A lesson. That's what I thought. Maybe if we sit down, and I don't think people's opinion matter here, Deepika, but even another person who says they'll give you conflicting opinions. I just sat with Baba. I learned, yes, there's a lesson. I just left it at the soul never came back. But I just spoke to my senior, whoever was over there, so that they are at least aware of what happened rather than arriving at their own conclusions. So I just wanted to share that the battle between the eyes, because that had shifted my focus for what I came. And then I just surrendered it to Baba and to that soul. Whatever carelessness, alertness, because of me, that soul had to face. I'm sorry, Baba. When you said, I was just thinking, is Baba really pulling this up for me to clarify or justify? I don't know, Deepika, but I just wanted to share this. And you read it, the Murli. Be careful. Maya loves to spin. Her spinning, like they tell for small children, go up, come down. Be careful of Maya's spinning. Shanti.
Mm, so true. It happens with everybody. It is going to come and it is going to pop up at any time, you know. And sometimes maybe if we are right, maybe wrong, but it is not the best time for the other person to understand, probably. Right? So all that we need to have is patience. Right? Of course, the way you mentioned that you informed the limit there that whatever has happened, right? So they did not uh, come up to other conclusions. That is the best that we can do, but we cannot stand there, mm, fight a battle inside, and then that battle coming outside in other form and hurting me and others around. Right? Well shared, Chris.
Om Shanti. Uh, this Murli gives a very important lesson regarding how to, stay victorious in this world. Watching every scene as a game or a Mickey Mouse show where Maya would come up in the form of maybe rat or a cat or a dog or a monkey or even a lion. Now, all these are part of the game. And the soul, if it is detached observer observing this game, will experience the game as a source of entertainment. And this awareness that it's basically a game happening, it will not have any impact on the stage. That internal stage is always elevated. Different from game. Game is happening right in front of me, but not inside me. That awareness will make the soul, you can say, foolproof, or kind of isolated from the happenings of the within the game. That is very important lesson, which I it's a takeaway. And second, Brahmin life is a life every moment where the festival is there, like celebration of a festival. Every day, every moment is a moment of festival. Om Shanti.
Mm, yes, anyone would like to share any other point?
Mm. Yeah, Om Shanti. So, other than that, Papa also touched upon the importance of Brahma Bhojan. So, it has so much of connection with our state. So, Baba says the Brahma Bhojan, right, that can remove the sorrow, purify the mind and body. Even it can create a uh, stable state. And food that is eaten without remembrance can cause fluctuation. So the stage that we create, right? So it's based on the remembrance. So that if no remembrance in eating, then that can even cause fluctuations. And with remembrance, that can really strengthen the soul, can make the soul powerful. That's what Baba says. And then that's how Baba highlighted on the Brahma Bhojan. And the effect of money is also very nice that Papa said it is the impure money, um, impure income brings loss of happiness and constant worry. So this is how it is bringing, because worry, uh, people will be always thinking about the losing of it, and so therefore they'll be in that fire of that worry, right? So and of course, no, who those who are sitting on the pyre can never be happy. Yeah, thank you. So those is all, I think, different way of spinning with Maya, I suppose. Yeah, thank you.
Just to add one sentence, Deepika sister, you know, when I was just thinking about it, I just scrolled my mobile. I just saw Dadi Janki's one lovely thought. Using my humility makes it easy for settle any argument quickly. I'm able to say, okay, I'm wrong. For that moment, I just told Baba, I'm telling you, Baba, because my ego doesn't allow to go and tell the world I'm wrong. It really put me, such things. Maybe Baba saw my mind was in turmoil, I couldn't attend. And then I also read, my real education, my real education, it's through our attitude and behavior. That is how it is defined. I don't know, sometimes these kind of snippets which we receive, maybe. And Deepika, when we're talking about the two eyes, if you have got, a long time back in Spark, I had gone through it, big eye, small eye, and there was also a sparkling eye of God consciousness. If you have anything, could you just share? Because that's a beautiful story of the eyes. If you can share whatever knowledge you remember on it. Shanti.
Others also, maybe, if you wish, you can add on. like the two eyes and the third one, the God conscious eye, the sparkling eye. Would anyone like to share anything?
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Thank you, Papa. Thank you, Divine Family. Yeah, whatever scene we are seeing, suppose any scene came up in our life, either in a subconscious form, in a subconscious form, so that we have to, the thought we have to observe, what thought that came on our mind first, that time we have to observe that, not we have to react. So that is much more important, and we have to become observer of our thought and just observer, become an detached observer, because we are souls. As a soul, we have to observe. So so every scene that when we observe that in the remembrance with Baba, along with Baba, so every scene will pass on. Means whether so that I got an insight, and remembrance is very much of importance. Thought has there. So at that time we have that the scene become scene. Suppose the weak scene. It's a gives you sorrow, but when you remember the Baba, so that scene will be diminished. Yani कि not will it will delete it. It's like deletion of scene happens. So like that, it's means whatever scene we are means seeing, it will means cut off. Not will go inside in our deep subconscious. Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba.
Mm, so true. Whatever Girija Ben asked, I was just wondering about that. If we have to become or reach that stage of God consciousness, because now is the time that we can experience this, we need to begin with soul consciousness, right? We need to provide good sunlight and good amount of water to this eye, the eye of soul consciousness, right? Because uh, Baba has also mentioned in quite a few Murlis that when you look at people, look at their specialities. Why? Because you will remember who has given those specialities. हम भाग्य को याद करो, भाग्य विधाता याद आएगा. हाँ? अपनी प्राप्तियों की लिस्ट निकालो. How many times he comes and says, whenever you are sad, whenever you are upset, whenever you are in that zone of body consciousness, how will you get to this I? हाँ? अपनी प्राप्तियों की लिस्ट निकालो. क्यों? Because once you are on that, you will reach, you will remember God as well. Right? So this stage of God consciousness is slightly very higher than the soul consciousness, because then you feel that combined stage, that Baba's always with me. Baba's always with me. But yes, the starting point to that is of course soul consciousness. अपना मनन चिंतन करे कि जब आत्मा, मैं आत्मा हूँ, तो आप ही आप आत्मा को जो मिला है, जिसने दिया है, वो याद आने लगे. Right? Because I could just get this, that Baba has 110 times mentioned that while going for seva, while doing anything, consider yourself as a nimit. Why? When you consider yourself as a nimit, तो निमित्त बनाने वाला याद आता है. जब soul conscious की पहली stage पे जाएंगे, then you will automatically go close to that stage of God consciousness. I don't know if I'm right or wrong. Maybe others also can add on. But just uh, wondering and thinking about it.
Just adding on that small I think the small I is always the body consciousness, right? So this is all when we have that, then it is all limiting us, right, to this old world and I. So so that is where the body's awareness and the name, the role, the profession or the mind that all comes in slowly, and then it is really very much connected to having that the ego, I ego, attachment, fear, right? All that comes comes along. It's all gets added to it, and that's where even Maya starts spinning, creating that spin within us, right? And then the big guy really stands for the soul consciousness, that the real I am. The other one is the limited I am, or the small I creates who. The body, it is always representing the body, right? And the small big I represents the soul. I'm what I am truly, what is my original nature, what is my original awareness, who I am. It's all based on what awareness that I'm creating. Um, so big I always says I'm a soul. I am, child of supreme soul. I'm a light. So, I'm a trustee. So this will eventually create that humbleness, that humility, stability, that power, peace, love, right? That brings the quality of souls into our consciousness, and therefore it will start coming in our action too, right? And one will take us to that limited way of body consciousness, and the other one will take us to the unlimited. I mean, just a thought. Yeah.
So true. Very well said. Yes. Anybody else would like to share your thoughts on this? Would like to add anything? Any other point from the Murli? Would anyone like to share?
Om Shanti. Baba, another reflection which from the today's Murli is anything that comes also goes away, but do not walk away from your elevated stage. That stage, elevated stage gets created from again the what we just reflected is the soul consciousness stage, when the soul is empowered in the company of Father, and then in that empowered elevated stage, I'm watching the scenes as a detached observer. And this, and then the second point is that this I am an instrument of the greatest service of God, greatest service of all, and that being an instrument of the greatest service elevates the stage, and then whatever happens, I mean, we are not impacted by that, the outcome or anything. I'm just remembering who's the player, who's my player, who's my musician, who's creating music through either instrument. Om Shanti.
Mm, very nice. Okay.
Om Shanti. Can I add one point over here?
Yes, yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, the sorrow comes in our life. It is because of due to us. Yani, it is not given by means anybody else. So the sorrow means what we are observing, what we are seeing, and due to that means five indriyas, what we are seeing, so the thought formation happens. If either it can be positive or it can be negative. If we are observing through our eyes, so that that will given us sorrow from how many births. So that how many births negativity or the sorrow that we have, so that comes in a scene wise in our this birth. So we have to observe that or not let go past that. So this I thought I got, and Yeah. So we have to be thought observers. Only just we have to when elevate ourselves with what you rightly said that the positivity we have to observe only just to catch at that moment. Om Shanti.
Mm, so true. So, anything else? Any other point, or then shall we move towards the meditation? Okay. So, taking just a moment in silence, I am the most beautiful, the most precious, and the first creation of the Almighty. And because I am His first creation, He has decorated me with all His powers, with all His qualities. I look much like my Father, pure, divine, humble, generous, and extremely very bright and sparkling. I look, I behave much like Him because I carry His traits in me, resembling Him here through my heart, through my role, through my every action. I only remember that I am His creation, best, His created masterpiece. I am created by Him, for Him, and I will walk always with Him, spreading His message everywhere I go. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Deepika Ben. Thank you, Divine Family. We shall connect again tomorrow at 5 a.m. Until then, you all have a wonderful day. Om Shanti.